friends, today we are going to learn about the poem Wind, which tells us all things that poet wants us to understand, how he relates the wind to our life processes, the challenges that we see in our life. Now the Wind poem is written by Subramania Bharati. He is a Tamil poet. He was famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. And this poem is translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. He is a Kannada and English poet. He is well known for his translations of classical and modern poetry. The poem Wind is telling us and describing about the power of the wind and says that it causes a lot of destruction. But towards the end of the poem, when we see, the poet has suggested the ways in which we can become friends with the wind. Now, how we can become friends with the wind, that we'll see as the poem moves on. Let us start with the poem now. The first para of the poem says, Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. Now, when we see these lines and we read them, it just suggests that the poet is requesting the wind to come softly, not to come in a very harsh way, not to come in a very destructive way, but come softly. And how to come softly? Normally, when you see the wind, it comes at such a great speed. The wind, it breaks the shutters of the windows of our house. It scatters the papers. It throws the books down from the shelf. This is all describing the speed and the destructive power of the wind. Now the wind here is personified as the challenges of our life, which comes towards us and throws and shows us that how we have to accompany, how we have to face and deal the main problems of the life. With this note, the poet moves on to the second para, where he says, There, look what you did. You threw them all down. Now, the same thought is being carried forward by the poet. As he was requesting the wind to come softly and not to throw down the books from the shelf, he is again saying the same thought has been carried forward, and he says, There, look what you did. You threw all the books down from the shelf. What else does the wind does? You tore the pages of the books. That means you have torn the pages, you've thrown the books from the shelf, you are at such a great speed, your destructive power is so much that you have torn the pages also of the books. You brought the rain again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Now as the wind comes, you must have seen that when the rain comes, lots of thunder is there. The rain, and accompanied with the rain, the wind brings rain and the thunders with it. And he says that the thunders and the rain is all are all poking fun at weaklings. The people, those who are weak at heart, the people, those who are weak in facing the challenges of life, they are being poked fun at. Which means that the poet, what he wants us to become, he wants that we should become strong to face the challenges of our life. Because if we are weak at heart, if we are weak in our determination, the life challenges will throw us out from the target that we have to achieve. As we move on, let us move to the third para, where the poet says, Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. As the poet told us in the second para only, that the wind is poking fun at weaklings. Now again he says that the people, those who are weak, and the houses which are weak, they have crumbling doors, they have crumbling rafters. Rafters is the window panes that are already weak. The wind comes and it crumbles them all. Crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. So the people, those who are weak at heart or those whose determination is weak, they will not achieve their target. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. So the wind god is winnowing them and crushing them all. Now let us move further and understand what the poem wants to tell us next in the next paragraph. He won't do what you tell him. Now who is he here? He is the wind god. So come, let's build strong homes. So he says, the poet says here, the wind god will not listen to you if you will tell him to come softly, if you will tell him to be in a nice, in a soft way, not to destruct anything. not to make anything fall off. It will not listen. What you have to do, you have to prepare your own self only and become strong in your own self only. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Here the poet again wants to stress that wind god will not listen to you unless and until you yourself become strong physically and emotionally, so that you are should be ready to face the challenges of the life that has to offer you. So you have to become yourself so much bold, so much strong, so that you are facing the challenges in a stronger way. Let's join the doors firmly. So as the wind comes, he says, the doors of our houses should be joined firmly and strongly, so that the wind cannot destruct it or destroy it. Practice to firm the body, make the heart steadfast. Again, the poet wants to stress the thought that we should practice to make our body firm, strong, make the heart steadfast. Now, steadfast means here, in the earlier paragraph also you must have seen how he wants to say that the weak people are always thrown off. The same way he says the weak heart is also thrown off. So make your heart strong, full of desire, full of determination, so that you can face each and every obstacle of your life, each and every challenge of your life in a strong way. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. Now here the poet has totally changed the thought, the idea from the earlier first para to the last para. He says, earlier he said the wind to come softly and do not destruct the house, do not scatter the books, do not destruct the shutters of the windows. But here how he says, how can you be friends with the wind? He says you can be friend with the winds only if you become strong, you make your heart steadfast and strong. The wind blows out weak fires, he makes strong fires roar and flourish, which means again the same idea is being carried forward. He says that the fire which is weak, it will be blown off with the wind, but it will be stronger. The fire will become strong, roar and flourish if it is strong enough to face the speed of the wind. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Again, the poet says that if you become a strong person, you can face the challenges of your life. You can achieve what you want to become in your life. So, your main idea of the poem is whatever challenges comes in your life, you have to face them in a strong way, physically and emotionally. So friends, with this we come to the end of the poem, and in the next video we will be bringing the literary devices that are there in the poem. I hope this will be of some help to you. Thank you.